UNSC Spirit of Fire. Cutter. Cutter to all points, reinforcements are on the way. Static. Marine. Roger that, we're holding the line. More Grim are attacking the city. Recommend you send in the Pelicans to evac the civvies out immediately. Cutter. Copy that, sending them in now along with Condor heavy transport. Commander Arc. You are to take command on the evacuation. The Spartan Omega and Red teams will be on the ground near the evacuation points, ready to assist any sector that seems to be overwhelmed. John, sir. As he salutes and makes his way to the drop pods. Then an onslaught of drop pods descend on Mantle. The UNSC built outposts to facilitate the evacuation ASAP. As they finish building, they broadcast that the evacuation zones are established, as they urge them to escape while they can. The people of Mantle began leaving while the Grim were held back by a wall of gunfire. Broadcast on repeat. Static. John. To the people of Mantle, make your way to the evacuation zones as fast as possible while we hold the line. Then it shows a map with multiple pings and routes highlighted. Remember to carry proper identification and only one bag per person. Then images of IDs and bags were shown. That is all, and Godspeed. Meanwhile, Atlas Academy. Ironwood. This must not stand. We need Penny to open the vault. With these so-called UNSC evacuating Mantle, I will lose my only bargaining chip to get the Winter Maiden to open that damn vault. He smashes his desk. Ironwood. First Agent Clover went missing along with Crow, Robin, and Tyrion. Now we're facing Salem's assault on Atlas. And the lamp stolen. The Aesops stood at attention when he looked at them. Ironwood. Plans change, we need to capture Penny. Aesops raid the Schnee Mansion. Knowing them, that's where they're taking shelter from the constant Grim attacks. Harriet. Rules of engagement? Ironwood. Arrest them if possible, if not lethal force is authorized. Only half of the Aesops were fine with the order, but the others are questioning the morality of their orders. Harriet and Elm. Sir. Vine and Marrow. Sir. They left as Ironwood coordinates his troops. Much later. Schnee Mansion. The door was busted down. Harriet. Alright, you brats. We're only giving you one chance to come quietly. There was nobody home. Harriet. Search the place. Aesops. Roger. Meanwhile, streets of Mantle. Ruby. Come on guys, I hear gunfire over there. Yawn. Hold up Ruby. As she keeps up carrying Penny in a piggyback, Azrin carries Nora. Whitley. Keep it down you guys. You all are wanted, right? Weiss. We know Whitley, it's just who they are. You'll get used to it. Willow. I hope we run into one of your friend's soldiers. I'd hate yo imagine what would happen if James' people gets to us first. Klein. Don't worry, ma'am, I'll just give them a proper spanking. Nora. I like him. Penny. Friend Ruby. I detect more Grim up ahead. Blake. If we engage them, we'll expose our position. Then gunfire can be heard as they look ahead as objects fall from the sky and aircraft comes in to drop off more soldiers. Then gunfire can be heard as they look ahead as objects fall from the sky and aircraft comes in to drop off more soldiers. Sergeant Johnson. Alright Marines, we hold the line here. Marines, Owea. Weiss, there they are. Oscar, come on guys, here's our chance. Run. Watch your backs. They approach the barricade. Marine, halt. State your identity. Ruby, we're huntsmen from Vale. We need to speak to your leader, John. Marine. How do you know that? As they aim their weapons, believing they might be enemies who have intel on their officers or structure. But the rifle was pushed down, and someone came spoke. Johnson. How do you know the commander, Missy? Ruby, he's our friend. We thought he died during the invasion of Vale. He nods as he clicks his earpiece. Johnson. Ark, your friends are at Checkpoint Charlie, and they want to talk to you. Blake. It's man emergency. Johnson. It's an emergency. MHHM. Okay. All right, kiddies, show your IDs as you pass through the command center's guards. I have already informed him of your arrival. He notices the girls being carried. Johnson. They don't look so good. Do they need medical attention?
Pyrrha, yes. Please.
Johnson. All right, Marine. Get these kids some medical attention and escort the rest to the commander. Marine. Yes, sir. They all moved through the streets and reached the main outpost as they saw massive tanks and paladin-like mechs on patrol. Then they saw a massive amount of people being evacuated on weird-looking ships. Willow. Looks like the people are safe at least. Whitley. Can't believe they're so efficient. It's like they've done this 1,000 times before. Marine. Medic. Doc. Hello, I'm Medical Officer Dufresne. Leave them here at the table. I'll treat them as best as I can. Pyrrha. Please be careful with Penny. She's an android. Doc. Understood. Please, you can leave now so I can tend to them quickly. They said their goodbyes as they leave for the command center. When they entered, they saw an old friend who's subtly aged and looking strong from the last that they saw him. John. How are the other checkpoints holding out, Isabel? Isabel. All points are holding, but we are detecting that more are coming from an unlikely location.
John, where?
Isabel. A river leading to Mantle. Run. It's a river filled with Grim. John looks at them and some of the War Council. He was surprised that his old friends was in the center. He was then embraced hard by an old Spartan who sped to him. Pyrrha, you're alive. Sob, where have you been? John. Pyrrha, I can explain later. We have an evacuation to do. RWBY. John. Salem is after Atlas Relic. John. What relic? Weiss. Hold on, Oscar said you took the lamp without knowing what it is. John. The enemy was after it, so common sense dictated it's better out of their hands. Oscar. If you put it that way, he's right. John. And you're saying there's another? Young. Yeah, but the only way to get to it is Penny. John. Penny? Didn't she die during Vale's invasion? Blake. She's an android, John, and she is the key to open the Relic's vault. And that is why Ironwood and his puppets are after us.
Jaune,
We recently caught one of the enemy agents with one of our squads. If I recall, his name is Tyrion. RWBY, you caught him. Bye, where's Uncle Crow and Robin? John, I didn't know them, so they're in holding cells. But Tyrion is dead the moment he regained consciousness. He attacked my men. He was too much of hindrance than an asset, so we executed him. The group was shocked at the news. Oscar, that's good news. With him gone, the only ones left is Cinder, What's, and Mercury. John, hold on, that bitch is still alive? Weiss, yes, and we know you tried blowing yourself up with her. John, well, since I didn't see her then, there was a possibility that she was still alive. RWBY, we need to keep the relic away from Salem. John, who the fuck is Salem? Young. Well, she's the one controlling all the Grimm since the beginning of time. John. Alright, first thing is to secure that vault. We'll have time later to talk about all of this. Pyrrha grabbed his arm. Pyrrha. Yeah, you have a lot of explaining to do. John. Oh boy.